It's the little things.
Weapons. I'm happy about those.
Well, we are officially live.
Hello, internets.
Hello, internet friends. Please observe bird in the hand. I found this image while looking for a good icon for Gerald. And I'm like, yes, bird in the hand.
That is pretty good. Let's keep it.
Alright, we do not have any viewers yet, but seeing as this gets recorded and put on YouTube, and that's where we get most of our viewers anyway. Hello! Welcome back to Humblewood, Heroes of Humble Origin, now session 28. I am Sarah, here with all of my friends, and we shall be seeing what nonsense comes next after all of this nonsense that we've had so far. Does anyone have any announcements? No?
Be gay, do crimes. Sorry, I'm very scattered right now.
All good, all good. For those who are possibly new to this chaotic group's D&D life, we have Humblewood or World of Pandora every other Monday. Humblewood is the only one on this channel. Our World of Pandora is on twitch.tv/turn-to-page 394, and it's PAIGE. On one...
the I, I'll get depressed.
Yeah, do not forget the I. On Thursdays, on twitch.tv/mnchief_, you will find Tales of Yggdrasil. Also on Turn to Page 394 are our Friday games, which is Gem Kingdom Chronicles, and our Sunday games, which is Lost Mind of Phandelver. And I believe a new Star Wars campaign is also starting up on Thursdays.
Yeah, we actually have our first session scheduled.
Ooh, when is it?
July 15th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Will be the Star Wars 5e Clone Wars game. I'm probably going to go ahead and stream it on my channel to start out. So, shut the fuck up, phone. I'll get to you in a moment. So, yeah, within a month, or less than a month, we'll have our first Star Wars campaign. And luckily, I'll get to possibly play before I move, at least get one session in.
Awesome.
And then have to deal with all that shit. So Star Wars 5e is going to be a bi-weekly campaign, actually. So every other week we will be playing, but luckily for me, that gives me time to move in and settle and shit. So yeah, just keep that in mind. First session's July 15th. We hope to see you on the stream.
Awesome. Really exciting. Check out society6.com/AKI obsession. You will find tons of artwork because I have no life. Only pictures. And that's the rest. Anyone else have any announcements?
No, I'm announcing this.
Nate, anything? Nope. Okay. Then, I know we are still, those who have been keeping up have noticed, we are short a few players tonight. Our Gwendolyn should be joining us, but got caught on the phone. And our Red Fox and Chonga are currently dealing with some personal stuff. So they're good. We wish them well. We hope everyone's feeling okay. And hopefully they'll be able to be here next time. We shall see. Alright. With that in mind, does anyone want to vie for inspiration tonight?
We still have last week, so I'm gonna step out.
Okay.
Oh god, I'm trying to remember what happened. Shit happened last week. Go ahead, Gerald, if you want to
Gerald
take it.
happened last week.
What happened last week? Gerald did a dumb. So last week, we had a couple incidents at the house. Zinzi's, we started our episode with Zinzi's sprinting at Mach speed back to the house because she realized parents were in town looking for her, as well as calling a few other members of the family. Through some intervention from some of her friends, they were deterred a different direction. And since she was put under a calm spell, which left her loopy and hanging out on the floor of it was on the floor, and then in the floor of a closet. Shouty was high for a small portion of the day. Instead of trying to bank the mushrooms. But after they recovered, we went on a little bit of shopping spree. It was fun. As the day went on, however, as you know, I am in the middle on it. We started with Gerald sneaking out late in the evening to go after the other Drabine child, who he saw looking quite distressed, and some telltale signs he was like, Zinzi's was under the calm spell still, and I think Showery was still hot. But that would later be remedied. Gwen went to see, Gwen was going to go see Eliza, but Eliza showed up at the door, concerned because, they met up. Someone met up with Gwen. There was maybe Gwen who met up with Eliza at the shop. Found out that one child was going over to sleep over. The twins were supposed to be the other sleep over. And the eldest of the group was nowhere to be found. So Gwen took Gwen's like, okay. So Gwen goes back home and deals with the nonsense happening back at the house. Eliza eventually comes back to our home and says, Fiona still not home. I don't know where she is. Fiona, what's the oldest one?
Ramona.
Ramona. Ramona still not home. And something feels off. So Gwen's like, okay, we are rallying, we are fixing the troops and then rallying the troops. So they go looking around, and it wasn't until Red got put in charge of babysitting the loopy ones. Eventually, they are all rallied, and it's mad. Gerald, however, while all this has been happening, basically tried to pull a Batman and track down where Ramona had gone, which was to a seedy dive bar in the Roots under the control of a particularly nasty rooster man, Gallus, who basically was running brackets on the shops and stuff, and had gotten his chickeny talons into Ramona, being one of the people who kept her and her family, her and her siblings safe, allowing them to use the shop we found them in, which was an abandoned building under his control. and so she is trying to work off the debt that he has imposed upon her to ensure her sibling's safety, and there is a kind of implication that he may have the twins somewhere. He's also using Eliza as a threat, saying that you don't play ball, we might actually go and pay your new little home a visit because he's an asshole. Gerald attempted to create an opening for her to leave. She got snatched up and left. He took down a couple guys, almost died a couple times, and then got a hostage and fled with the Gallus's books and basically the black book personal dealings and stuff. He hopes important information and fled with his help of his lion friend. Met back up with Gwen. Gwen runs off on her own. He goes and drops off the guy. He meets and they throws the guy in one of his closets, and then goes back. Then the party has reconvened and is back outside that shop they first found the Gerbean children. And that's around the time where we left.
Take your inspiration. So, we will start where we left off, which is where Zinzi's, Gwen, Red, and Showery, I believe, all came to the outside of the abandoned home where we found Ramona inside, and Zinzi's through a crack in the window called to get her attention. And Ramona kind of wipes her face a little bit, looks up, and looks at you with a look.
I threw an acorn at her, I think.
That's it. You threw an acorn. She with a look of
Settle.
momentary fear, followed by confusion and concern.
Hello, dear.
Yeah, it was Zinzi's who was looking through the window, by the way.
Yeah, Gwen was at the front door last session.
Oh, got you. All right, so Zinzi's, you tried beckoning over as Gwen called through the door.
It's okay, Ramona.
She gets up and goes over and unlocks the door. What?
And Zinzi's will jump down from the window and walk over to the front door where Gwen is waiting.
From inside the building?
She
Or
came
you
down
got her
outside the windows were boarded up, so she jumped down outside of the building is next to you, if I'm not mistaken.
Ramona is heading from the door to Gwen.
Right. And is Zinzi's coming around the building to the front door where I'm at?
I just said that, yeah.
Right, but I wasn't sure if you're going from inside the building or from around outside the building.
She would have
How
had.
could I be inside the building if it's boarded up?
Yeah, she would have had to do a strength check to get through the boards.
Okay, just
Yep.
I'm really tired and I really don't want to explain my actions. Just let me say what I'm doing.
All good.
I'm just trying to get a visual here. So Gwen is going to be just like, kind of like concerned mom smile, like, hello, Ramona. Are you doing all right, dear?
So Ramona has unlocked the door and opened it and is looking between all of you who are standing at the door. Is it just Zinzi's and Gwen, or Okay, so Showery, you're not at the door?
Yeah, I'm staying back. I don't know Ramona.
Okay.
It sounds like they do, and it's a very scared little person, so I'm staying back.
All right, Red is going to be staying with you for now. Ramona opens the door and just a crack and looks through at both of you and just, what are you doing here?
Well, we were concerned. Eliza had said that she hadn't seen you, and now we've found our way here. May we come in?
She looks very, very hesitant. Make a persuasion check.
Hold on. I have to roll portent first. I just got my 2 sets of dice for this month, so
Very nice.
the excitement. By the way, it's clear with holographic glitter and rosewood are the 2 sets I got this month.
Cool.
Fucking love Dice Envy. Dice Envy, sponsor us, please.
That sounds like a lot of work. Just gonna put that out there.
Okay, well, I'm glad I rolled portent because I just rolled a 1. So instead of a 1, my persuasion is going to be a dirty 20.
Thank God.
Gotta love portent.
Yeah, do not waste my natural 20 check.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I have a natural 20 check swap and a natural 20 attack.
Attack. Yep, I remember this. She looks at you and then looks behind you to everybody else and then looks around quickly and then just opens the door all the way and says, just come in, and quickly goes away from the door.
Okay, I have Detect Thoughts active because I cast it at the end of last session.
Okay.
So what are the thoughts that I'm getting now that I'm like within visual?
Are you pushing or are you just getting surface thoughts?
I'm gonna push a little bit, yeah. So she will have to make a roll.
Yep. What's the roll?
It is a Wisdom 14 save.
She just makes it. She rolled a
What if-
14 exactly.
What if she rolled an 11 instead
On the dice?
on the dice?
Then
Yeah.
she would just miss it.
I am going to impose with portent, and that's portent for the day, kiddos.
Okay. So, it's a lot of... She's very concerned. A lot of... I screwed up. They're gonna be mad. She's gonna be mad. She's very, very, very upset. She's very worried about her siblings. You know that the twins have been taken.
Mm-hmm.
And that she is very scared of this old Tommen character. Which, if you push deep enough, I'm assuming you get an idea of what he looks like?
Sure.
For flavor's sake, I mean, we can treat it like psychic looking, where you can actually see. So
she can also she can tell that her thoughts are being probed though. So just a heads up for you.
she can tell that what?
She can tell that her mind is being sort of probed at the moment. And as soon as I see a picture of him, I'm just gonna sort of like dispel the spell.
Okay. Just because she is a child, she is a human equivalent of maybe 16, 17.
Okay.
And while she does have some magic skills, I rolled an Arcana check just to check if she would know what the fuck you were doing, and she rolled a 2 on the dice.
Oh, good.
So that's a 6 total.
Wonderful times. Gwen is gonna sort of like take her hand, and she's like, why don't I put your mind at ease, dear?
She actually is kind of pulling away from you as you do.
Okay. I'm gonna do the 2-hand thing that moms do. Can we take your mind off something with a quick tarot reading? Won't take long. Might be a little fun. You seem like you could use a little fun today.
Why are you here? You're not supposed to be here.
Darling, we're adventurers. We're supposed to go wherever the adventure is.
There's no adventure here. There's just... You're not supposed to be here.
All right, Whitney Houston Jr. She's gonna hug. She's just gonna fucking hug Ramona, oh child, oh sweet dear child.
I'm gonna roll an insight check on Ramona. Is she even comfortable being touched at the moment? $13.
13? I'll say that, yeah, you can tell. Do you know that moment where you're afraid that the moment you get touched, you're gonna break down and cry? She's there.
Gwen, maybe I would suggest not doing that.
Gwen is politely just sort of cooing at the child and it's all right, dear, let it out.
Yeah, no, her eyes are watering and she's having a really hard time. And she's still repeating you're not supposed to be here.
I will stop the hug, but I'm going to keep my hands on her shoulders and I'm just going to sort of squat down to her level. Be like, my dear sweet child, we are here to help you. And believe us, whatever you need, we are here for you.
Make another persuasion check. And Zinzi, you can make a perception check.
Do I have advantage because she likes me? It's a 9.
It's a straight roll right now because you guys are... I mean, it would be a disadvantage because of how uncomfortable she is, but because she likes you guys, it is a straight roll.
Okay.
Zinzi, what was your perception roll?
17.
17? Alright, so you notice definitely that she... Every now and then her eyes flash towards you, namely the fact that you wear Town's Guard armors.
Yeah. Oh, fool in my mouth.
No, you're good. And Gwen, unfortunately, she's just very quiet.
So still a no on the tarot card reading, I'm guessing.
You rolled a 9.
Zinzi is going to very slowly approach Ramona, but keep arm's length away. I don't want to get in her personal bubble.
Do you want us to take you back to Eliza?
No, I can't do that.
What can we do for you, Ramona?
Yes, we're here to help. However you need it.
She's still just kind of wiping her eyes at this point. And then just looks.
I'm gonna hand her a tissue or the handkerchief kind of thing.
She looks over all of you that are in the room now. And then just says, I don't know what to do.
It's alright, dear. We don't have all the answers all the time, and when we work together, things makes things a lot easier.
Gerald isn't here, correct?
No, Gerald is at the house.
drop the guy on Megan Mouse, and on his way back, but he's gonna take him to his commander.
So to try and help calm the situation, Shouty is going to pull out her pancake. She's proficient. And just kind of a little bit of a tune that always calmed her when she was at temple. Just
Performance
come back
check.
down softly. 18 plus performance, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Plus 4, 22.
Okay.
Also, DM real quick. After Jill tied up his captive and locked him in a closet, and he's running back, and he's running with purpose. How long is he gonna? You say it's gonna take him to get to the alley?
The house is kind of in between the trunk and the canopy market, where this abandoned shack is deep in the canopy market. So I think I said it takes about 10 minutes.
Yeah, his walking is 35 because he's swift strig, but he's dashing.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
He's hauling ass.
Where's the lion?
The lion is with him.
Okay.
Running. They're both hauling ass across the
Okay.
That's a terrifying sight.
Oh yeah.
In the middle of town. All right. Shari, as you begin to play, it takes a minute, but she does seem to relax and calm down a little bit.
See a little bit of a smile on Shouty's face.
Okay. Ramona actually looks over towards you, Zinzies,
Yes.
and says, You're a town's guard, right?
Of sorts, I guess. I'm not technically a town's guard of here.
She's very good.
Do you know about Old Tommen? Have you heard of him?
Have I heard of an old Tommen?
Make a history check.
Can I put the face to the name?
I rolled a natural 20.
A natural 20?
Yeah.
Oh
Holy
my God.
shit. Gwen, you can also roll because you said face to name. Yes. All right. Natural 20? Yeah. So, Old Tommen is a kind of a gang leader here in the Alderheart. You know of him because you, in walking through the council grounds and walking around as a town's guard, you look for things like wanted posters. He's got quite a bounty on his head because he's a pain in the ass. Does anyone know the TikToker Useless Farms?
Yes.
She has one of those white asshole roosters. Tommen looks like that.
Okay.
It's just a white with a big puff,
Size of a small child.
really big puff on the top of the head, black face, white feathers, just mean mugged, pretty big even for a Gallus. And he basically has his little racketeering scam here. He bullies the shop owners into paying him protection money so their shops don't burn down in the middle of the night.
We just found out about that too in game, yeah?
Gerald did. I don't know if he passed that information along.
The remote, specifically, Gwen and Elijah.
Heard about it. Yes. You two had heard about it from the blacksmith. That's correct. I got confused.
Gerald heard about it and learned about it while he was throwing spells at the man, and how he has his book full of spells.
Yeah. Zinzies, you also know that he is a damn good thief. and he's very good at, he's usually the mastermind. He puts together the schemes and brings in the contraband that way. So you've heard of him. You definitely know who he is, and you could pick, from looking at that wanted poster, you could pick him out of a crowd if you needed to.
God damn it, I have food in my mouth again.
I'm so sorry.
I'm very hungry.
You get that food, girl.
I snap into a Slim Jim. That's an old commercial. When Ramona asks Zinzi if she knows who Old Common is, Zinzi will nod her head.
Pretty sure I could pick him out of a crowd if I saw him.
Well, we didn't know when we found this place, but it's kind of his.
Oh.
And he let us stay here for a while, as long as we just paid him. And so
So that's why you tried to pick our pockets our first day in town, isn't it?
it was the best way I could get money. Sometimes I ran favors for him, but mostly just not everyone watches their purses.
You guys don't live here anymore, so why is he after y'all?
Well, that was it. I thought after we left that he would kind of go away and we wouldn't have to worry about it, but he said now we have more to protect, and so we had to pay him to keep what we love safe. But I was doing it. It was fine. I gave some of the money, all the money that I could, some of the money that Miss Eliza would give me, and I picked pockets only if I needed to, and everything was fine. And then she just starts tearing up again.
Gwen is gonna. Her hands are on her shoulders still, but she's just gonna sort of like open her arms, like, "It's all right, dude. If you need a hug, you can cry on my shoulder."
She's very, very, like, trying her best to keep it together.
Mm-hmm. There's no shame in it, dear.
Notice in the background, upon Shouty hearing this tale of racketeering, she kind of falters on a few notes and tell us something's happening.
What were you about to say?
Gwen is gonna have her hummingbird just sort of like slid over and like just sort of like boop her on the nose.
He heard that I've started making deliveries in the branches. I don't know how, but he wants to rob Speaker Avery's tower because, you know, she's got all that magic stuff in there, and I'm supposed to get them in. I said no, but... And she just starts absolutely crying.
Gwen's arms are still open, like, hug me, you little miscreant.
Zizi doesn't know what to fucking do with there's a child crying in front of her.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Gwen can't handle it. She's just gonna hug this tiny being.
Yeah, at this point, she can't even control anymore. She's just melting.
Yeah. Her mother instincts are just like, hug this bean.
Child mode.
It's there, dear. Her eyes are watering a little bit too. Like, it's all right. We can help you out of this. Don't worry.
She kind of, after a while, wipes her eyes and tries to get herself together, and she goes, I don't know what to do. I just...
Oh, well, you know, we're just dealing with a monster. A bully is a type of monster, and we can defeat it together. She sort of like wipes Ramona's tears.
Eliza, why are you here?
I rolled to see how Zinzi's would react, and I rolled a 2, and she's just like, nope, no expression, conceal, don't feel. I have to be a cop, and I don't want to be a cop right now.
Bum bum. Da, 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 da.
So Zinzi's is not meaning to, but she's standing there very apathetically. She's just like, I was not ready for this.
Your tail tells a different story, Jolene.
My tail's not twitching.
If anybody happens to glance at Showery, you can tell she's getting angry.
Well, Showery's still outside of the house.
I'm in the doorway. I walked in and she's.
Oh, okay. I didn't...
That's why she's playing on the
I
pan
still been
flute.
muted. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Somewhere across town, the tail's going to just like, I need to hear her in the background. He's running next to this line, like, fuck.
While Showery is ready to murder a bitch and Gwen is comforting Ramona, Zinzi's is just gonna find a nearby crate, sit down, and think for a moment.
I think Red probably would follow you over there with a flask that she probably offers you before taking a swig out of if you say no.
If you don't mind, young little bean, I'm going to impart some wisdom on you for a moment, if that's all right.
She just kind of stares at you.
Number one, none of this is your fault. This person is a boob. And we unfortunately weren't able to glean that he was taking advantage of you until now. But now that we know what's going on, we're going to help you. You said the twins are in trouble? Is that correct? Eliza told me that they were at a slumber party. Now I'm assuming that's not correct.
I went to go pick all the kids up from school, and apparently they'd already been there, and they took Glennis and Finn, and I don't know where.
That's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We're here. We're in the now. There's no way you could have stopped it. It's again not your fault. They're asking too much of you because you're willing to give, and they're just going to continue to take what they want, so they have no more need for you, and that stops now because we are here. You have Auntie Gwen, Auntie Zinzi's, Auntie Showery, Auntie Red, Auntie Gerald is on the way.
Fuck you, Brian. I'm trying really hard here.
And we even have our new friend. I don't know if you've met Chunga. One of the most beautiful creatures. Oh, she's on our team, and I am grateful for it.
I don't think I've met her.
Last time when I saw Gerald was getting fast.
Oh yeah, there's Auntie Gerald.
Last thing she saw him, she was getting dragged up. She saw him like stuck in between two people in a flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you mention Gerald, she does kind of have like a guilty look on her face.
Oh,
But she doesn't say anything.
Auntie Gerald's all right.
You found him? Is that why you knew I was here?
My dear, we're adventurers. It's our job to look out for those who need help. Besides, Gerald's a strong one. Now, and she's gonna pull out like just a little snack or a cake or some sort of treat that she has in her pocket because, you know, she's an auntie. She always has something. And then she's going to pour like a little cup of like, just like maybe like a lemon verbena tea. Something that's like very like uplifting and citrusy. And she's going to put it in front of Ramona. I don't know why I keep saying Eliza. Have a bite here. Let's have a moment to think and come up with a plan. And then I promise you we will take care of this and you won't have to worry about this ever again. This Tomin man is as good as gone.
He's been around for a long time. I don't know. She's just kind of holding the tea cake, by the way, and the tea. She's very absent-minded. But he's been around a long time. I don't know how you expect to just get rid of him and that gang all at once. I'm sorry. And she just starts going into, huh?
We are powerful here. Don't worry about us.
She's gone back and slipped into the I'm sorry's again.
Gwen's just gonna sort of like nudge the cake towards her mouth, like, eat up, dear, eat up, it's alright.
Zinzi's. Anything going through your head at this moment, or anything you want to do while you're over with Red, or?
Only one thing going through her head.
Incoherent screaming on a loop.
Yeah.
Like internally screaming while polishing one of the guns.
Yeah.
I don't need to detect thoughts to know what she's thinking.
Zinzi's doesn't know what to fucking do. She'll finally speak up. No, wait, did Ramona say she has no idea what the twins would be?
No one's asked her.
Oh, sorry, I asked if they were missing, and she said that she doesn't.
Yeah, she said that they were missing, but she didn't know. But she said that someone came and took
Okay.
them from school.
Okay. Good
So,
clarify.
yep. So what were you about to say, Zinzi's?
Rona,
Yeah.
you said somebody picked the twins up from school, yeah?
Yeah, I didn't get theirs fast enough, I guess.
Have you ever interacted with anyone in Tommen's gang?
I mean, yeah, a few times. I've run different letters, different places, and I've stood as a lookout a couple times. I've met a few of them.
Out of all the ones you've met, have the twins met any of them?
Oh, I guess when we first arrived, and sometimes at the house. They were really little when we first got here. They wouldn't remember that, but a few times they've all come through here, because this is kind of one of their safe houses.
So the twins have interacted with some of the members, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I suppose they have.
So it's possible they may have, I don't know, I'm trying to think of how this is. Possible they would have recognized the person who picked them up at school?
Yeah, I guess that's possible, yeah.
Alright. Okay, we're on to something here. Do you know where any other safe houses are in the town? That they could have taken them?
Not really. I knew this one, and I'm supposed to meet I'm supposed to meet the group tonight, closer to the gates of the branches, but I know here and I know the pub. That's about it. They try to keep me. Well, I just ran errands every now and then. They try to. The place has changed all the time.
Sugar steps. You said that they wanted to attack Speaker Avery's tower, right?
Well, yeah, she's a big time wizard who makes all of her own equipment. I mean, it's quite a. Yeah,
So she should know some powerful spells. Do you have anything on you that belonged to one of the twins?
that's a good fucking question. Actually, yeah, I do. And she kind of reaches into her pouch and pulls out a sling. She goes, well, I kind of had to take it from them last week because they tried sneaking it into the school.
I bet Speaker Avery can help us. She's a big-time wizard. She can cast big spells. Maybe she can use that to try to locate them.
You think that will work?
I mean,
Very
one of my siblings dabbled with some kind of seer magic, divination magic. I don't know a lot about it, but
I can locate objects. Do you know of something they might have on them?
I don't know. I don't know if they took everything away from them.
Well, even if they did, it might still give us a location to start.
I would say they're books, but they're really not good at bringing those to school. They're more interested in messing with the teachers.
I know.
If you think Speaker Avery could help, though, I think I know ways to get around so that they might not see us entering the branches from where the meetup point is.
That's brilliant, dear.
yeah, we can easily walk in because we've talked with the speakers before. I think I might have a way to sneak you in, Ramona, and I'm gonna take off my cloak of Elvenkind and drape it around her shoulders.
What's this?
Okay, so what you do, you pull the hood up, and it makes you extra sneaky.
She just takes it and slowly puts the hood up. And it just covers, like,
where'd Ramona
all
go?
of her.
Since have you seen Ramona?
Already.
This
Swear, I
is
looked
Cynthia's
down at my
trying to be
flute, I looked up
positive.
and she's gone.
She lets out, like, the slightest chuckle.
So we can go in your way if you want, Ramona. Or otherwise, we're able to easily gain entry, and you can use that to walk in with us. Nobody should pay you any mind when you're wearing that. So if any of his goonies are out and about looking for you, it'll be harder for them to spot you.
Alright, make a persuasion check with advantage, Zinzies.
Fucking
Let's
Christ,
see.
how do you fail this? Or not! Dirty 20!
I think at this point, she actually kind of reaches out to try and grab your hand.
Okay?
And kind of looks at all of you guys and goes, "You really gonna help me with this?"
Absolutely.
Without
We should have to go through it.
No question, dear.
Thank you. And she's trying not to cry again. I think at this point is when Gerald is arriving at the door.
Gerald being like, so what did I miss?
Yeah, Gerald kind of leans against the door frame, kind of looks at everyone. Ooh, It's like,
I quickly put my pan flute away.
I need to do more calm.
By the way, Gwen's just gonna do group druid craft real quick over the food to make it more glittery and appealing.
So, there's a plan.
We're gonna go see Speaker Avery.
Good plan. Where's Kid?
I'm real sorry, Gerald. I'm really, really sorry.
Gerald comes over to her and just kind of puts his hand on top of her head.
You'll see she's wearing the big ass cloak of Elvenkind that Zinzi's usually wears.
Like that? That's actually. He's kind of like. I like it.
We're able to easily walk in, so just put that on her and nobody should pay any mind when we go to see Speaker Avery.
That was a good call. He kind of puts his hand on her head. Not Dizzy. Ramona's head.
Don't fucking patronize me, Gerald.
Gerald never loses a leg.
I can have you thrown into jail in a heartbeat.
Good. That's fair point. Yeah, look down at her. Look. It's not your fault. I was an idiot and ran in there on my own. And I may have some balconies that might, at the very least, distract you. He kind of takes out a couple of things, including the notebook that he had. I think he might want this.
Anyone who wants to can make a perception check as he's pulled out this book to see if you can figure out what it is.
It's a dime.
Dear
I'd
diary.
like to see that. I say, may I see that?
Dear diary.
Yeah.
Today.
18. I'm just like, that looks like an important book.
I rolled
Gerald will hand it
18
to
plus
her.
4.
Gerald will hand it to Shelly. I couldn't sprint here and read it, so
I'm gonna speed read.
Alright, you
Get
speed
as much
read.
in.
Zinzi's is looking as, well, I can't say over your shoulder because tiny, but tucked in.
Okay, so wait, how tall is Shaori?
4'8".
Okay, I am 2 foot exactly. You have like
Okay.
the book out like that. You watch as my head appears in front of you. I'm kind of like standing in front of you, like peeking, trying to look. It
So-
looks like this.
So
I sit
like
down in place, like cross leg around you, but not
Mhm.
like grab onto you, just cross leg around you. So it's
I'll sit in your lap and I'll read it.
Can I just say as I it's like being a cat parent. Just trying to.
Maybe I should have made a Lauren instead.
no, you're doing fine. And while they're looking through all the stuff, Gerald's just sort of like, he just kind of cups Mona's face in his hand. Listen, I have been a thief for you. I know what it's. They found me when I was practically was younger than your little sister. And they raised me like this, to do this all the time. It is not your fault. People like Tommen look for young people with little option and fresh talent. It is not your fault. You have nothing to apologize.
I'm sorry, but all I hear is Google hinting when you say that.
Hey, I'm trying to be nice to the child.
I'm an asshole, okay?
We're gonna find things. We're gonna remove Tommen and his boys in the front. And if you like, after this is over, I'm going to start doing things like this. finding criminals and all that sort. I know how they function. Let's just say I have some ideas. But right now the priority is finding out what's in that fancy book, finding the twins, and keeping you up safe. Are you up?
Make a persuasion check.
Speaking of fancy book, should I copy this?
Yes, please. I imagine it's full of very, very,
What?
unflattering names.
While Gerald is rolling that persuasion check, Zinzi's and Showery, this looks to be a coded ledger. It's very carefully written, but you both rolled really high, so you can tell that while they might be talking about coffee beans and casks of ale, that is not what's actually being sold. The prices don't match up.
That's not how much you pay for a grande at Buckstars.
That's absolutely true. I'm going to reach into my pocket and grab a notebook and start copying this over.
How the fuck do we clip that?
That was amazing.
Also,
Thank you.
there, if you would like the result of my roll, you need to simply look to your side there. I rolled a nat 20. That's a 26 on my persuasion.
Very nice, very nice.
Also, from the way they're talking, does this sound like beef camp? Like as far as like the code, sound like does it sound like a separate code, or is it like Gerald's like
In the book, because you were talking to
I was talking to
Ramona.
like kind of. Oh, I'll ask once I'll ask after this.
Okay.
Making the clip.
Awesome. I thought you were talking to Ramona. I didn't realize you were looking at the book.
No, I wasn't. But I'm hearing. I'm like in the background. They're talking about like what the fuck is this?
Oh, those two. Did they say it? No, in that thieves' cant is a great language for criminals to talk amongst each other without being known. This is a personal ledger that he simply has his own code that he's written into it.
Okay. Sorry. But yeah.
He doesn't need other thieves to know the shit he's got.
Yeah. So yeah, he's talking. He's kind of like. He was like now he's like focusing back on.
Okay. Persuasion natural 20. Yeah, she
Okay, cool.
doesn't say anything. But for the first time since these conversations started, she gives you momentary eye contact before looking away and nodding.
Okay. So you kind of go over, you kind of look, like kind of lean over the shower. All right, what do we have here?
Really messed up Buckstars order. That's what we've got here.
Yeah, no kidding. And you can
Well,
see
that's what I
I'm
thought at first. I don't know.
I'm starting to read. I'm starting to let Zinzi's read through the book, and I'm glancing over and writing down everything I see on each page.
Okay.
In one of my notebooks when I talk to students.
Would I have any idea? I would know that it's coded at
Yeah.
this point.
You guys rolled really high on your perception, so I'm counting that as to go along with just an intelligence check because reward really good rolls. So yeah, you can tell that this is cold coded.
Just a quick heads up. Gwen is sort of like hanging out and making sure Ramona's okay, and like has pulled out her removable rod, and is just like letting Ramona play with that.
Okay. All right. What were you? All right. All good. Ramona is still pretty spaced out and not very internalized, so she's not really playing with anything, but she might be fidgeting with it.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine. Fidget movable rod. Got it.
Zinzies, what were you about to say? We were talking about the book code.
Oh yeah. I think it's some sort of code. I don't know how to decipher codes. That was more Phoenix thing growing up.
Girl sort of like leans over. Can I see if I can work out part of the code? Or like values and so given my upbringing.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay, it rolled really far. 18.
Okay. It's... I mean, it is pretty well coded. Some of it you can see, though, it's protection payments from different businesses that have been logged in this notebook, as well as guard schedules, who's on the take, and places of value are listed here.
Gerald will, like, as Charlie's writing, he kind of holds up a finger and points to this section here. So with the section of, like, those on the take. I need a copy of this for Conan. This is, he kind of most, like, runs his fingers through over the book. Payments, high risk, high value targets, rotation schedules, payroll for 30 guards. He keeps very neat books. Look at that, I'm joking. This is, I'm sure Conrad's going to have delight.
Zenziz is just gonna give Gerald a look up. Are you seriously talking about this right now in front of a traumatized child?
He's trying to talk like quietly. He's not like he's trying to like dictate like let at least Zinzi's and Shaoli know like.
Talk about that later. Child in the room.
Zinzi's, just for the hell of it, make an intelligence check with advantage. Just because I think Zinzi's would be the one to realize this.
17.
17? Conrad is the spy master in the council. There's actually a different council member that runs the military and the guard. And I will do my best to remember that name. I have it in here somewhere.
Check the notes.
I've got so many frickin' notes, okay? Riken runs the markets and commerce. Warwick. Councilman Warwick is the one that you're probably actually going to want to present this to.
Actually, Gerald, you probably want to present this, at least the shady guard stuff, to Councilman Warwick. He's in charge of the military and the town's guard here.
That is actually.
Any of the little weird spy stuff you could probably promote to Colin, but Warwick, you want to go too first.
For posterity, we'll bring the spy stuff to Conrad. We'll get him to give us something, a piece of paper saying we know we are trustworthy. Then we give the list to Warren so that he doesn't think we're just trying to slander someone. If you Conrad sign off, then he might actually believe it.
You just want to go see Conrad first, don't you?
I think I should put that down. But you're right.
Man Crush Monday.
He's also one of the ones I don't think have met this one. Bring him a list of dirty guards. Who the fuck are you? My thought process. But yes, he would definitely want to know about that list. So, let's see, I grabbed, what else did I grab? The book. I grabbed a couple things out of the desk.
You grabbed, I believe, the book, a pouch of money, the bandit, I thought that was it.
Yeah, it was the book. I grabbed the bandit, I grabbed the book, and I don't know what all of what's in the bag. It's just a bag of jingling something,
Mm-hmm.
probably some sort of money. He's gonna like pause and sort of turn away from, make sure that Ramona at least can't see. He's gonna check out the pouch and gonna take a peek in. Like, what is that?
Coin.
Lock, tuck that away for now. I think he kind of like he does like the finger tap as he does it freezes and shouty. I may have also in my haste stolen his book.
Good for you.
I was looking for information. I thought there might be something useful in the bag. I think
If we weren't dealing with a criminal, I would have to turn you in for thievery. Still being
Which is why she's not turning you in.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
actually empowered that we'll deal with that issue later. Sarah's loving this. Like,
I'm sorry, but you have a towns guard in the group, and she's like, I will turn you in for theft. Like, I love it so much.
I love that she's not upset because before he ran off, he also admitted to kidnapping one of the gangsters.
She's very stressed right now, so she's letting you get away with a lot of shit at the moment.
She's letting me get away with a lot. Existing. It's been, especially after
You're lucky you're still breathing at the moment.
Especially after that initial reveal of his past, when she just got the deep gun, she pointed it at his head. We got this information. These are some of the important bits down. You can help code the rest later. So once Shari feels satisfied in their copying, so we can finish it. Let me know when
I
you're.
can walk and copy.
Well, I don't want to walk out in the open with this. Find a good spot. Find a good spot. Pause, and we'll finish the rest. We should get moving before this heist gets on.
How much of the book could I have copied?
How long are you planning on sitting there?
I don't know. How long was this conversation? I've been copying pretty much as soon as I got the book.
Make a... I don't know if I want this to be dexterity or intelligence. Let's say intelligence.
Intelligence? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the knowledge.
I really wanted to save this, but I'm gonna use my natural 20 to check swap. I rolled a 6.
I mean, don't you have inspiration?
That gives me advantage,
You have
right?
inspiration.
So you don't have to use your natural 20?
Okay, yeah. I will roll advantage. I will get rid of my... okay, that's better. That's
When you can't read the dice.
Yeah. Well, it's one of my printed ones that I filled in the numbers on. And got
Yeah. I know what you mean. I've done
I
that.
need to grab another dice to see what's next to the 3 and the 9. I think that's a 19.
Between 3 and the 9, there's 19.
Yes. Okay.
I have my die.
So, thank you.
So
19
here's
plus
3
2,
and
21.
21? Alright. I'll say that in the 20 minutes you guys have been sitting here and talking, you've gotten through about a third of the book. It's a hefty fucker, so...
Okay. I'll give it another 5 minutes, and then I'll stop.
Okay. At this point, I think Red is actually going to speak up and say, so we're heading to the branches then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Well, I think someone should let Eliza and Changa know, so I will go do that. I'll go track them down. Good luck.
Stick as much to the shadows as you can with a bunch of fuckheads running
That's what I'm good at. You muted yourself before talking.
I did. I have a guidance on the way, and I'll cast guidance on her, so she'll have an extra roll for a minute, an extra d4.
Okay.
Gwen's gonna come over at that point and just sort of say, so what's the plan? What's going on?
Well, first, as Ingrid suggested, going to speak to Avery, see if we can track down the twins. Secure them, get them, Eliza, and Kiddo here safe. Then we, instead of our dear Ramona being at the rendezvous point, we will be at the rendezvous point, kick Tommen's sorry ass, and save the day.
I get to
It's
throw someone in jail.
Yes. That's as far as the plan that I have.
Well, also to give Speaker Conrad and the town's guard band dude this blackmail shit here. Oh my god, I just cursed. I'm so sorry.
Oh dear.
If you want for your notes, his name is Speaker Warrick, Warric.
Well, if it would be helpful, I can send an animal messenger ahead of us.
Yes, I'd send one to Speaker Avery, let her know we're on our way, and to prepare her, if she has her own security to...
Oh. Doubtless. Doubtless she
She'd
does.
like to move up the timetable after my fiasco. Admittedly, a terrible decision. If they move up the timetable, she'll need to be made aware if she's ready.
All right. Well, just let me know what we can do, and if you want to, I can keep an eye with Ramona or whatever is necessary.
She has to sling and such. So take Ramona with us to Avery, and that way she can handle twins once we find them. They might feel more comfortable with their sister than...
Oh, naturally. All right. Let's see here. And Gwen's gonna kind of look around for maybe like a mouse or a rat or just any sort of bird that's nearby.
You say mouse, and it's like Ramona is a kangaroo mouse, basically.
I know, yeah. I mean, it is weird that we have like. Are there any little tiny humans walking around?
I'm trying to keep it immersive, bitch.
Maybe some insects, because animal messenger is like a found creature.
Mm-hmm. It could be an insect, but there are also like birds and mice and chipmunks and.
Okay, I'm trying to get word to Speaker Avery. Have I seen Speaker Avery? Have I met them before? When we first got here?
I think Conrad. Wasn't Conrad the one that we...
Conrad was met, and I believe so was Speaker Avery, because some of you were like, hey, let me return this magic stuff. And she's like, actually, you guys did me a favor, keep them as a gift. Were you part of that conversation?
I think so.
I think Shari was there, I don't know.
Yeah. I wasn't like part of the conversation, but like I've seen this person. I should be able to send a sending. You can't find an animal.
Oh, yeah, I mean, sending would be a lot faster.
This is very true.
Oh, you have the sending spell.
I do.
Ugh, less divine magic.
What should I tell her?
Well, what do you guys think we should? What's most important here? Because sending has a limit, does it not?
25 words.
Ooh. Definitely let her know we're bringing a kid with us.
Ooh, how about this? Hide your kids, hide your husbands. They be stealing everything up in here.
Then, respectfully, don't ever say that again. I had to listen to my brothers and sisters speak like that all the time.
Oh, sorry, just a little humor. It's been quite a day. Gwen's also gonna look back at Ramona and smile and see if Ramona's doing okay.
Make an insight check. Anyone who wants to, actually.
Insight check.
Okay.
Check.
12.
25.
22.
13.
Okay. Well, it's not very high because she's not able to really hide her feelings at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
She's still very worried, still very emotional, but she does seem to have calmed down quite a bit. She's just kind of, at this point, sitting real close to Zinzi's. Zinzi's is a fellow Gerbine and a town's guard, and she feels secure there. And I'm sure that Gwen isn't far either. And just kind of fidgeting with the button on the rod.
Mm-hmm.
It's like her own fidget cube, where it's just click, 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 click.
Just don't try to move it if it's in immovable mode. All right. How about trouble heading your way? Plans to steal your magic items. Please take measures to defend yourself and your things. We'll be along soon. Something.
Something along those lines.
Works for me.
Sure, I can just repeat exactly what Twendlin just said.
I don't know if it's 25 words or not, but
Yeah. I was going to try and write it down because I'm going to try to freestyle this in a minute. So we're trying to keep her.
there's a plan.
Get her guard up.
Yeah.
And then tell her that we're coming, and then warn her that we're coming with the child.
I don't think we need to mention the child
Okay.
until we're there.
How about we have a guest?
Let's not mention it at all, because we don't know if Speaker Avery is a trap. It's not likely, but... Sorry. Let's not mention her at all. Speaker Avery or Conrad may have deceived us this whole time. We just want to act with an air of caution.
So what, we're just going to walk in with Ramona?
She's just one of our many crew that come and go as they seem to do.
Shower's giving me inside eye.
Well, for example, you're new to the group. We used to have a polar bear
Yeah, I guess so.
and a prehistoric chihuahua or something. Chilla?
Chinchilla, I think.
Chinchilla.
But the imagery of a prehistoric chihuahua is now in my brain.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Nar could have been my ancestor.
Possible?
Alright, I'm just going to write down what I'm going to say.
Okay. While you're doing that, do we want to take a quick break?
Sure.
Give you a few minutes to write it out?
It's a good time? Yeah.
That would be
All
awesome.
right.
Thank you.
All right, in that case, we will be back shortly. For those of y'all at home, I am going to switch us
Unalive
to the
us.
be right back thing, I think. So, we'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, so Gerald is very
And we are back. So, you guys are wrapping up your conversation in this abandoned house. Red has already gone off because I'm not NPCing a character all night. And is going to find Eliza and Chang'e to tell them the news that we have found one of the children, and that we know where the other two are. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast Send.
All right. Cast your sending. What would you like to say?
Today, speak me Avery. I just met you this morning with my humble crew. This is a warning. We're on our way back with important information. Corruption! That's 25 points.
Do you really shout corruption?
Yep.
Okay. The response you get is, "Oh, that was unexpected."
Boy sipping her tea, eating her Bible.
It appears I am in need of more information. Please stop by. It seems we have much to discuss.
She's very interested. She seems rather concerned and said we should stop by.
Well, good. At least she knows we're dropping in for what we do.
Yeah, I think the corruption I did at the end may have negated everything else I said.
I'm sorry, what?
Exactly.
We're going to work our way up to the corruption of her, but sure. She knows now. We'll explain when we get.
Yes.
Going to move on and kind of looks back as like some blanks, like he looks over outside the alley, and the alley is sitting in the fucking line, just sitting there, swishing his tail like. Maybe I should send him along with me.
Would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Didn't mention anything about a lion or Ramona.
Well, she's met the lion before, but he's a bit conspicuous.
A bit.
So yeah, he'll send the lion off with Red. So the Red is going to be at the house, pretty much sitting outside the house, keeping guard.
I half expect, though, because Red's already left, so Red's going to eventually hear scratching at the door and open it and go, "Okay, then."
It's like fucking Gerald. Fucking. It's gonna be worse if Eliza opens the door. Or worse, Chung, because she doesn't know about the lion.
Oh no!
Don't
handle her like that.
Marge, why is it fuzzy?
Hey, don't mind I turn my camera off. I have to pay my rent real quick, and I don't want the internet seeing my account information.
Makes sense. Very smart.
And I really don't want to do this on my phone because my phone fucking hates the rent payment site.
Fun.
We can do. Okay, so once the party is set and ready, we will head along towards the branch.
Okay, so Ramona bundled up in the hoodie, or the hoodie. It's a hoodie of elven kind now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
And now it's known as a hoodie of elven kind.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. Always correct.
Is it zip up or is it pull over?
We'll say zip up.
Depends on the model.
Avery was making a hood of a kind on a particularly cold day, and she just like made it into a hoodie.
It's a button up.
So that she could hide, like in one of her favorite rooms, she could hide and read a book, but no one can bother her because she's so
Avery, Conrad comes in. I need to talk to you about this recent issue, and she just pulls the drawstrings.
her face.
Her face just goes.
all you see is a beak.
No, go away. Easy. That'd be a filler episode. Speaker Avery tries to take a day off. It's just her going of helping kind trying to not find people.
I feel like of all of them, Avery probably is good at taking a break because she knows like her mental well-being. The one who never takes a fucking break is Conrad. Conrad has no concept of self-care at all.
He's a spy master. Of course he doesn't.
I'm just saying, if it had to be any of them, it would be Conrad. Riken definitely takes way too many breaks. Like, way too many breaks.
Basically, they get to sit around and count money all day.
Anyway, so you all start making your way towards the branches, which is basically where the rich people live, where the rich and powerful live. There is a guard posted outside. I need, are you guys trying to, I want to say, roll stealth just as a, how well can I blend in without seeming like we're on a mission on our way over there?
Casual, the stealth check of casual.
Exactly.
Also, Ramona gets advantage on her stuff with that.
I remember, thank you. Ooh, she did good.
Come on. 22. Again. This
Nice.
dice through the rules of 6 or
Oh,
15 tonight.
fucking come on!
You can use my inspiration.
I say,
I rolled a natural one.
you have inspiration?
No.
You can use mine.
You gave it to Gwendolyn,
Oh, that's right.
but now Gerald is giving it to Cindy.
Roll. I'll take off my inspiration.
13.
Okay.
That's better.
Wait, who gave me inspiration?
Last week,
okay.
I
Zinzi's
gave
did.
up my inspiration for you.
Yep.
Oh,
And
thanks.
I give her mine. She could, her thing is better.
And now nobody has inspiration.
It's hard for Zinzi's to be casual anyway.
I'm a fucking townsite, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait, so what are we trying to do?
Just- It's a stealth check to just blend in and act casual as you're heading towards the branches. And I will also like to point out, not only is Zinzi's a town's guard that makes it hard, but she's also like one of the only humble folk town's guard anywhere, and definitely the only one here.
Everyone else is bird folk, yeah?
Yeah. That's why they're often referred to as the perch guard.
Okay. Not really.
Gwen. Gwen is a cute little hedgehog.
What did you roll, Gwen?
9. Sorry. That was I'm very conspicuous.
Gwen has a very mom face right now. Trying to
I'm just a pokey.
What was your roll again, Showery?
22.
And Gerald, what was yours?
21.
Okay.
One.
Be very happy that your wonderful Gerbine child rolled well, because it brought you a 3 to... We did good!
Hey.
Alright, so you guys all make your way over to the branches. You see a couple different members of the Perch Guard out front. For the sake of flavor, they are chickadees. And
I thought you said chickens. Like they're all gallons. That's not all.
chickadees.
Chickadee.
and they see you, start to stop you, recognize you, and wave you through.
Gerald imagines me. Without our heads.
Go ahead. Doop-a-doop-a-doop.
He's just confused with why they're bowing.
It's a thank you. It's a gesture of thank you for letting us in so easily.
Well, the Gerald is more of a nod because it's just coming. Gerald has a big head, so it looks like a bow. He just got a. It's the hat. Takes so much of his head.
All right, so you guys enter. Are you heading straight to Councilwoman Speaker Avery's tower?
Yeah? I mean,
Probably.
depends.
All right, you head over to the tower. At this point, it's late. You guys got to Ramona already sundown. At this point, it's probably about like 10 o'clock at night.
Sorry, Avery.
So you guys approach the doors and do you knock?
Corruption never rests.
After a short, it's a very short wait before a somewhat tired-looking Hedge opens the door and says, "Ah, the speaker has been expecting you. Please come in."
Gotta be sore from fucking your sleep.
Not at all. No worries. And
Call her in.
you guys all go in and are led to the waiting room as per usual, where Speaker Avery is already there. She's got some light blue robes on, very carefully, just her normal poise that she always has, a cup of tea in her hand. As you enter, she goes, "Ah, you've already arrived. Wonderful. I see you have another one in tow who I'm quite familiar with. Hello, Ramona." And Ramona just kind of... Ramona's been making deliveries to...
I had to remember for a moment.
Yep, I saw the face and I thought I'd... For anyone who's watching as well.
I forgot for a moment.
Yes.
For legal, completely legal delivery.
Yeah.
For appropriate legal reasons, they know each other.
Yeah.
Because the DM says so.
Yeah.
And Ramona kind of takes the hood off of her hoodie of elven kind. Because I can't think to call it anything else now. It's just stuck.
It's the hood color.
And she just kind of still has that very dejected look, but gives a kind of a half-hearted, half smile. And just says a good evening, Speaker Avery. Speaker Avery then looks to all of you and goes, "Well, whatever it is seems to be quite urgent, so shall we?" And gestures over towards the sitting area. You all follow her, are led to some seated couches where the Hedge who opened the door has already brought out little biscuits and teas. Yes, Shari?
I asked if they have maybe a little table that I can use to, like,
It's got like a little there is like a coffee table there, but are you looking for anything more?
no, just something I can sit in front of me and then take that book and continue to copy while this conversation.
Oh yeah, they easily are able to bring you a little portable writing desk. Some would say a clipboard. It's almost like this is what Avery does for a living. So, you very...
Continue to copy anything that I can.
Wizards and books, you know.
Yeah, we're of the same mind on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's easily brought to you, and you all sit down. She sits down in her own chair sitting opposite most of you, with her tea, sitting very calmly in her chair, and she just watches, and before eventually saying, "Well, certainly was a startling call I received. What exactly is going on at the moment?"
I do apologize for that. I should have perhaps worded myself.
Speaker Avery, how familiar are you with the name of the nickname Old Pop?
Sounds very vaguely familiar, but no more than whispers.
Well, Tommen, when Ramona and her young siblings first found themselves here, they took refuge in an abandoned shop commonly as a safe house. Found them and then put children to unsavory work. And seems to have, as his kind often do, increased their debt to where Ramona has had to do some unfortunate things in order to appease him. And it seems he has a plan to assault your tower, to acquire, more likely, your store, at least a good deal of your store of magical items and weapons, coin, anything of that sort.
Really?
Hands on. And
Well, I
as
can
leverage,
understand. I can understand why you see this as a call for concern.
There is another additional detail. It seems that as leverage to incentivize, you may have the twins. And Ramona has a sling here belonging to one of the twins who are hoping you would be able to scry or whatever this wizard do on it and potentially help us find them. So we secure them and then work on thwarting Tommen's plan.
She looks at you for a moment, and then her eyes go over to Ramona, and she seems to be studying her very closely. And then she just kind of smiles very lightly with that empathetic look. Just says, "Oh, my dear, I'm so sorry. Of course, I would love to do anything I can to help."
There they are. See? Everything's alright, Ramona.
I am looking through her spells.
What would the tea is
I'm trying to remember the name of the spell you're talking about. It's locate creature, right?
Also locate person.
The creature, locate person, or
Yeah, locate creature I think is 3rd level, but locate
Or-
person I think is 5th.
or the usage of a scrying orb.
She could do that.
Yeah, or scrying.
I mean, you guys do have a divination wizard with you also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could work together and scrying orbs are also one of the most expensive fucking things for a player character to own.
She actually does not. So she will take the sling and say, "While I myself am unable to scry at this moment, I do have the ability to locate a creature in a certain distance of me. It might require some traveling through the Alderheart, but if you wouldn't mind me following you for a time, we can certainly try.
And what about your tower, dear? I hope you have defenses against thieves. I assumed you would.
She gives a very gentle smile and goes, "Oh, my dear, this place is quite protected."
Would it still be protected if they knew everything that you had to defend it, though? Assume the worst. Of course, dear.
Well, how were they planning to get into the branches in the first place?
That's a very good question.
The thieves. He kind of like looks sort of showering in relief and motions towards one of the pages that Charlie has put down. Well, it would help if they had Touch Guard on.
That is
We have a
quite
list
concerning.
Through the help of the Patriots, I was able to decipher some of the coding in this book of Tommen's dealings and ledgers, and he has several Touch Guard on paper. Likely using them to bypass the when at their specific time as the guards for perch for the branches, they would make their way inside and find their opportunity.
I see. Well, that certainly sounds like something we should deal with in time. In the meantime, if you don't mind, I believe my tower shall be safe for a short while, at least while we search for this hiding place for the children.
If you're comfortable doing so, we will do our best to keep you safe while we are looking.
My brain just forgot. Does she have that? Yes, she does.
Meanwhile, we're like, oh, we'll protect you. Meanwhile, she's a level 15 fucking wizard.
Right.
Like, she could literally vaporize the entire party with a snap of her finger.
Probably.
She could, like, murder Tom and the entire gang with a thought.
You don't know my secrets.
Even though this is originally a level, like, up to like level 5 campaign, likely somewhere around 5, but since we're expanding it past that, the sky's the limit.
Oh, it's a level 5 campaign. You guys are already past that point. Most of the NPCs have their own character sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it works for me.
Right.
Like, wasn't that one lady a level 9 fighter or something?
Benna's level 10.
Yeah.
Then he's got Bennett's level 10. He's like, she's level 10 fire, which means she probably, if she did the right things, she one-shot each party member. It'd take her a few turns, but also with a level 10 fighter, she has the health and the armor.
All right, so she takes the object and holds it in her hand. Let me double check everything I need to know about locate creature. Alright, what locate creature? Here it is. Does not have a saving throw. Okay. She takes it in her hand and holds it and closes her eyes for a moment. And then when she opens them, it's almost like they have a silvery, I wouldn't even say glow to them, but more like wisps that she's looking through. And she says, well, wherever the children are, they're not within 1,000 feet of here. Perhaps we'll have better luck going to the trunk or the roots.
Almost guaranteed roots.
The roots is where the ball is, and I believe the trunk is where the children go to school. Or is that in the roots?
Nope, that is in the trunk market. It's in the lower part of the trunk.
Perhaps trunk market first. They may have wanted to keep them in order to get them and get them somewhere secure. They may have kept them on the same level.
All right. In that case, shall we?
Yes.
All right. So you all step out. Are you all following?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh wait. What are you doing, Zinzies?
Sorry, I'm spacing out. I'm just following where the group goes.
Okay. Gwen will stay with Ramona, and while like we're kind of like heading out, Gwen's gonna be like, did I mention the bagworm too, dear?
I'm sorry, the what?
Oh, and Gwen's gonna start telling the story of the bagworm spa.
Okay. As you're walking.
Yeah, just to sort of take her mind off of what's going on.
Right, as you're walking? Okay.
I'm gonna try and like put the book in the crook of my arm so nobody else can actually see it. Cover it with my cloak and stuff, so it's just me that can see it.
Okay. I'll say that's easy enough to do. You guys head down towards the base of the trunk market area. No blips. Do you keep going? Alright.
So we'll be keeping an eye out for like, do I see fluffy nuggets about? Do I spy criminals?
Make a perception check.
Like I, as the town's guard, should have a crime detector like built into my soul.
Yeah, make another perception check.
I don't see shit. That's an 11.
Because you are a town's guard, I'll say with advantage because you're used to looking out for criminal behavior.
That was worse. That's a 7.
I tried. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I was starting to get a little sleepy.
22.
22? Okay.
I'm walking around with Secret Avery in the middle of the fucking night.
Okay. And then what was your number again, Zinzies?
Fuck. Not that. 11.
11? Okay. And Shari also got 11?
No,
Oh.
that was.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm writing. I'm busy.
Okay. Zinzies, you do every now and then see and hear the less subtle thugs as they're obviously running around looking for, just keep it. It's not even so much that they're like running around being like, have you seen it? No, they're just like perusing and they obviously are very shifty. Gerald, you see more of the, though you can tell like those who are pretending to be homeless, those who are pretending to be drunk on the street. You can see the eyes. You also know that despite the chaos of earlier this evening, This is quiet.
Is it too quiet?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
I
So,
also like because they also aren't entirely sure. They probably can guess why I'm there if they know who I am because it's going on visit the kid. But I also didn't say anything when I was in there. Very specifically, the only things Gerald said was the bibbity bobbity boops of his spells. He didn't say why he was there. He took off with the book and the bag of gold. So they might be looking for him because they think he's a really bold and stupid thief.
oh, I know. And you told the kid to run,
Yeah,
and she didn't.
Because he's a kid, and like, get the fuck out of here, kid.
Yep. Yeah. All right. So you guys continue towards the roots.
Yep.
Okay.
We're seeing these like more seeing them more like undercover sort of lot. They're all sort of like keeps his hand not on but close to his longsword, just kind of hidden underneath his cloak, kind of like at the ready.
Okay. Between heading down through the trunk, heading down to the roots, and traveling, the roots are expansive. And it's about 45 minutes from the time that you left Speaker's Avery's house towards the very edge of some of the roots that she finally looks over and goes, I think we found them.
It's been 25 minutes. It took me about 25 minutes to get the middle of a third. Right?
Make another intelligence check.
All right. 17.
You've copied the book.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll hand the original back to Joey.
Okay, tuck away in my bag of holding.
Okay. You also notice that as she's looking, she's looking where basically the wall to the roots are. She's looking past that. Wherever they are not within Alderheart itself.
We're just outside the city.
You guys are able to follow that blip out of the Alderheart. Are you going to be stealthy as she does point out when you start to get close? Are you going to start becoming stealthy?
Yeah.
All right, roll me stealth, everybody.
Ooh, 21.
19.
21, 23, 19, and Gwen?
6.
6. Okay. And 14 and... Alright, you all feel pretty stealthy as you start to approach what looks to be an old, not really old, but, disused stone building. Almost like a slightly bigger shed, like a mini cottage that's just kind of gone to disrepair. And you all, as you're looking at this building, quiet, concerned, ready, know that this is your destination. And that is where we will pick it up next time. I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah. Gonna go save some children.
Gonna go save some children. And that
Kick a rooster's ass.
we will use this time. We will pick this up next time in 2 weeks' time. For anyone who's watching, thank you so much for watching our craziness. I hope you had fun. It's starting to get kind of intense for a little side quest. And we will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.